Kenya implemented a cap on interest rates in October 2016, which saw banks respond by rationing credit to the private sector. National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Henry Rotich feels it is time Parliament reviewed the law to lift the cap on interest rates to unlock credit flow to the private sector, who are key drivers of the Big Four agenda.
Interest rate is just a price of anything, like for barrel of water. So if you're a supplier of mangoes and tomorrow I say mangoes, the price is fixed at this, you might not be able to bring mangoes in the market. It obviously has had some consequences in the way credit has been extended to our economy. And it's now clear that it's a good time for stakeholders to revisit this issue and try to fix it. Yeah? So revisit and fix. These words have been used before. And the idea is how do we address the root cause of interest rates being high in Kenya?
While stating that Kenya's debt is within sustainable levels, Rotich says the government is working to reduce the debt to GDP ratio from 49% to below 45%.
50% of GDP, and we are 49 thereabout. That's the reason why we are consolidating. Yeah, we look at our fiscal plan. It ensures that debt comes down from, in net present value terms, which is our target, from around 49% or thereabout now, to something like less than 45%. That is the way we ensure that our debt remains sustainable.
He said fiscal measures are being put in place that will see the budget deficit reduced from the current 7.2% to 3% by the year 2022.
We have said we are pursuing a fiscal deficit reduction plan. And again, we have provided to you by way of our budget policy statement. We are saying this year we are looking at a deficit of 7.2, then we bring it down to 6% and gradually to 3%. Is precisely to make sure that the debt level is not beyond our internal target.
Rotich, who signed letters of intent with France for Mwache and Lake Victoria water and sanitation projects, revealed that French investors targeting tea processing opportunities are expected in Kenya next week.
We want to add value to our tea, and we were just discussing also with the ambassador. We are going to have a forum where the French companies will be coming. Is it next week?
Beginning of next week.
Beginning of next week. These big companies, we will definitely be discussing the opportunities that we have in the Big Four. Our objective here is to see how we can match investors with the priorities that we have. The reason why we have identified this is to zero in on some very specific projects which we want to engage with investors, and those who have already capability in these areas, they can quickly invest in some of this. I think the tea processing definitely is something that we have talked for long.
In the draft 2018 budget policy statement, the government targets to attract 2 global tea processors to be based in Mombasa. Judith Akolo, The Business Insight.